In an ideal world, there wouldn't be any need for a charity like Home Start, because friends and family would be supporting those parents who sometimes find it hard to cope. But life isn't ideal, which is why Home Start, the UK's leading family support charity, is needed by more families than ever before. Our volunteers come from all walks of life and visit families in their own homes. They've been helping children and their parents for over 30 years in hundreds of communities across the UK and with British forces. Parents helping other parents. It's simple and it works. Jo is a single mother of 4. Her husband was abusive and her former partner a drug abuser. She is supported by Joan, a former teacher.
Since I found out about Home Start from my social worker, everything just changed. Obviously not in the first visit, but it took a couple of weeks. And then I just started going out more, getting more confident, and I was like, God, this is a new me, I'm free. She's a good listener. Good listener, because I can nag, and she'll go, yeah, and she'll agree, or she'll disagree, and she'll sit down, she goes, don't worry about it, or if I'm stressed, she'll go, sit down, relax.
She's very aware of having 4 children and being a single mum, and she feels a lot of pressure with that. So she needs to be able to get out and find herself again.
I was always, I can do this by myself. I don't need anybody, but I did.
Brad was left by his partner when his 3 children were very young. He found it impossible to cope. His volunteer Jay, a lone parent who had gone through similar circumstances, helped him through his depression.
When I started looking after the children full time, from when they woke up to the time they went to bed, I didn't realise what I'd let myself in for. I couldn't really get out, I didn't really have no life of my own. My friends, they slowly but surely stopped coming round and just slowly felt more and more cut off. When I first met Jay, it was a good experience because I realised that I wasn't a person on my own, and I wasn't the only person this has happened to. With the experiences that he'd had previously, it was in some respects similar to what I was going through at that time, but it was mainly someone else that was an adult to talk to.
Sevim, a Turkish asylum seeker, came to Scotland with her daughter Durdane, leaving behind her 3 older children. Baby Ali was born in Scotland and her husband has joined her. The help of her volunteer Shirley has been invaluable.
Though I was a bit worried because I was sort of much older than a lot of the other volunteers that came along, but I thought, well, I'm a grandma, so I'll be a grandma figure.
She takes me and then she helps me to go to appointments.
She didn't start school for about 6 months after she came here because it was a specialised school. She had to go to, she's just a wee girl. She might be in a wheelchair, but she's still a normal 9-year-old. Home Start had never dealt with asylum seekers before. I thought, well, that would be really challenging. Glasgow would be a really alien culture, city, everything to them. So I thought, well, why not?
Pauline's husband Gerard was killed by a drink driver, leaving her to care for her son and twin daughters as well as coping with her own physical illness and personal grief. Her volunteer Joy helped her find her way through this difficult time.
When I first met her, she was very bad. She was still in a state of shock from the husband's accident, really. Her health was very poor. She had the 3 children. She just really didn't know what she was going to do next.
It was like a big bad dream, and I kept wanting somebody to wake me up, and no one did.
It was talking, just talking. She was able to release all her feelings and her anger about her husband's death. Just let her talk.
You should never be ashamed to ask for help, to reach out to somebody, because everybody needs a friend, and that's what Joy has become, is my best friend.
It's amazing, just one person that can wake you up and say, right, you can do this, because I always used to say, I can't do this, I can't, but you can, and I've done it.